Hey everybody, it's Camtendo, and the Nintendo Switch 2 has finally been announced. I am so excited. It's about time. And again, I'm just happy. I'm finally happy. Nintendo has been really secretive about this system for the longest time, and for good reason. But I feel like some people are being a little bit too weird about this reveal. Like, granted, the rumors did say that it wasn't going to be a major reveal, it was going to be the big blowout like the initial Nintendo Switch was back in 2016 and 17, but it would be the reveal. And honestly, I was satisfied knowing that the Switch 2 is actually real. I was honestly getting really sick and tired of the rumors and leaked pictures and this, that, and the other. And while I could have just stayed off the internet, this is one of those situations of I just couldn't. It was such an interesting time to be a Nintendo fan because Nintendo was being secretive, like super secretive about the system, and all the leakers, everybody just had a Switch 2. Like everyone had one. They were just posting images of it. No software, just hardware. But they finally revealed it. We got the first look at the trailer. Almost all the rumors were true, from the buttons, the colors, the system being bigger, the DLSS. Well, we don't know if that part is true or not. We'll have to wait till April to see that. But all these crazy rumors were actually legitimate, and I think that's honestly insane. But the internet has had some really, really mixed reviews on it. Some people are saying, oh, it's not a major, hardware shift like the Wii was to the GameCube and so, or really, Switch 2, that's just a stupid name. It should be called like the Super Switch or Switch Pro or something like that. While part of me sort of agrees, I think the Switch 2 could have been called like at least the Super Switch. I don't think that is a needed thing, and I feel like we are in a new era of gaming where Nintendo has always been known as the different company. They're always the one to go out and do something wacky and cool and innovative, and at a time that was completely justified. Nintendo was trying to find a mix, a fine medium. They were always looking for either a system that can get home console stuff, one that can do handheld stuff, and the Wii U, for what it was worth, was attempting to be that medium between home console and handheld, but it flopped like really bad. It flopped like stupid bad, and there are a lot of other reasons why the Wii U flopped. And the Wii U actually almost killed Nintendo as a company. Nintendo were suffering a lot during that time. I feel like a lot of people don't know that, or they don't want to see that, because for what it was worth, Nintendo was making do with what they had at the time. They were shielding you from seeing the actual commercial failure of the Wii U because they were releasing all these games. Like, we got Splatoon, Mario Maker 1, Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. A lot of these games were masking the fact that the Wii U was a commercial failure, but behind closed doors, they were freaking out and they were actually super afraid of what to do next. And I'm going to tell you guys a story, and this goes back to the whole naming scheme thing. When I was younger, my mom called me in her room. This was like around Christmas time or something, and she called me in her room. She was like, hey, I see that there's this thing called a Wii U. Do you want it for Christmas? And I was like, I've never heard of a Wii U. That sounds like an extension to the Wii, like a controller, like the Wii Motion Plus or the Wii Fit or something like that. I don't think I want to get another extension to my Wii. I think I'm fine with just my Wii and my 3DS. I don't really need an upgrade. And she was like, oh, okay, sure. I don't mind. Sure. I'll just get you some games for the Wii and some, 3DS games, and we can call it a happy Christmas. And I was like, cool, thank you. That's all I really care about. And that was the issue. The Wii U had such a stupid name. I get the naming scheme. I understand the naming scheme, but the Wii U has such a stupid naming scheme and it had such terrible advertising that people like me, the casual consumer at the time, did not know that this was the actual next system that Nintendo was making. I thought it was just another Wii Fit or Wii Motion Plus type situation where it was just going to be another controller extension, and that was that. And naming schemes like that completely killed them. And even you go further back, they had never named their systems like that before. You can say the Super Nintendo, but yeah, the Super Nintendo was still another system. It looked completely different in terms of design and everything, and it had its own set of games that released for it. I mean, so did the Wii U. But even then, back then, you knew, holy crap, Super Nintendo. That's different. That's not the same Nintendo, the same NES or SNES or Super Famicom that I have now. That's something totally different, totally new, and it's stronger. And with Nintendo 64, there was nothing, but with Nintendo GameCube, also nothing. Then we got the Wii. The Wii was a big deal. A lot of people had a Wii. It came packaged with a cool game being Wii Sports, and that was a cool game that anyone can play. Then Nintendo's like, crap, what do we do now? Okay, let's make the Wii 2, but let's not call it the Wii 2. Let's call it the Wii U. And this is at the time when they had all these other controller extensions and all these accessories that were also called the Wii something, and calling your system the Wii something just lumps it in with all your controller accessories for your previous system. And with that being said, when they announced the Nintendo Switch, they were afraid because they couldn't actually gauge, will this be a commercial success? We killed our handheld market being the 3DS. We killed our previous home system, which was already dead, being the Wii U, and we're going to combine them into one singular entity. We're risking it all with this one because we can't afford to support, two things separately. And it took off. The Switch, Nintendo Switch, became one of their best systems, one of their most sold systems, the most sold system of all time currently. Everybody, it doesn't matter who you are, where you are, whether you have a Nintendo Switch 1, a version 2, an OLED, or a Lite, everyone has a Nintendo Switch. And if you don't have one, you've played it and have most likely enjoyed your time with it. They can afford a Wii U situation. Now, it went from a small vocal minority of people, like the Nintendo fans before 2017, were it was a community of gamers. We were all big fans, but it wasn't as big as it is now. Now we are in a new generation where almost the entire world has a Nintendo Switch somewhere in their house, a friend's house, the basement, the attic. Somebody has a Nintendo Switch. They can't afford to just take that risk with the Wii again, because now all eyes are on them. So calling it the Switch 2 sends a clear message, unlike the Wii U, that this is our next system, this is what you should buy, this is stronger, this is more powerful, it's bigger, it's better, you can probably play next-gen games like Elden Ring on it. This sends a message to casual consumers, not super fans like us. It sends a message to casual consumers that this is the next system, this is what you need to buy, it's 2. Like your iPhone 14, 15, of course I'm going to get the 15. Well, I'm not, I hate iPhone, but of course you're going to get the 15. This is what that sends. The Switch is Nintendo's future. They can't afford to drop the Switch to make another random console. They can't afford to be wacky, and they can't, well, I can't say that. They can still be wacky in the games, the software, but in terms of the overall system, they can't afford to do that anymore. Nintendo has taken such a big financial step, it's such a big step forward in terms of gaming hardware and things like that, to where this is the future. And I'm all for it. I don't mind getting a Nintendo Switch 2 or calling it the Switch 2. Do I wish it was a Super Nintendo Switch? Maybe. Do I wish they could have made the buttons on the system have the Super Nintendo colors like how the new 3DS does? Definitely. I feel like that's a big waste in my opinion. But I think this is perfect. And I feel like the hate, the mixed feelings, the anger online is completely unjustified, because this system is gonna be amazing. It's all we've wanted. Despite everybody having it, it's definitely one of the lesser received systems right now. Like, we have other handhelds like the Steam Deck, the ROG Ally, all these other gaming handhelds, PC handhelds I should say, that are stronger and can do more. And now the Switch is considered outdated technology. It can't handle the latest games, and it's showing its age right now. And now with the Switch 2, Nintendo is back in a race. They can do more. And we can even play games like Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, and it won't run at like 10 frames per second. That's insane that a first-party game runs that bad on your hardware. But yeah, that's going to do it for my video, guys. I just wanted to get that out there because I see a lot of people getting upset about the system, and I don't think they should, because this is everything we could have wanted and more. So that's it. What are you guys' thoughts on the Nintendo Switch 2? Leave a comment down below. If you made it this far in the video, comment Apple and confuse the rest of the people that stop at like 3 seconds. All right, my name is Camtendo. Question of the day: what are your thoughts on the Nintendo Switch 2? Gonna be featured in the next video, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.